The thing a gone, guys. The thing a gone. That Barefoot Gurl launch. Thanks so much for the support, man. The liking and watching and sharing. And the comment section, live. So glad to hear from you. I love the interaction. I really appreciate the support, man. So I could do this now. So is it right as a parent to be disappointed or ashamed of the career choice that your child has made? No, I'm talking honest living here, right? I'm talking he or she is making an honest living, but it might not be what you had hoped or dreamed of them becoming. What are your thoughts on that? Are you disappointed? If that's your case, right? Let's say this boy or this girl was so brilliant, you know, and they were good at such and such, and you saw it in them, boy. You saw the doctor in them, or you saw the lawyer, or you saw the teacher, or you saw, you know, the electrician or the computer IT person, you know. So much prospect you see in this child, you know. You know, or sometimes as parents, we have our own dreams and aspirations, and sometimes we achieve them, of course, and stuff. But sometimes, you know, life go, you may not have achieved your goals, and then here come you have your beautiful son or your beautiful daughter, and you know, we kind of just start relive our dreams, what we want, you know, all that we wanted to achieve. And you see that for your kid. That is what you want for your kid. You know, you may not want to readily admit it, but subconsciously, that's what you want for them. So nothing is wrong with the professions that you're proclaiming on your children sometimes, but the motive behind it, we are talking about. Your motive right or your motive wrong? We have to check ourselves sometimes, and sometimes that's not the case. It's not like you just want to impose your goals and dreams on them. Sometimes they really just get up and just make some decisions pertaining to their future in terms of career where don't make any sense. But what are we supposed to do with that? How are we supposed to handle that? You have many people who will just go the straight and narrow. People will just go matriculate to the different grades in school, high school, college, come out, get their job, and be situated in their job. Not so for many. A lot of parents out there can relate to this, where your kid is coming up throughout school and they may have voice that they're interested in a certain profession, and let's say they go to college or they go to trade school. But then midway, them stop. Or, as many youngsters do, when they're in college, at some point, they switch their major. And I don't think anything is wrong, primarily, with switching a major. But when you wait till they're nearly done, that don't make no sense. No, let me tell you. This happened to me with one of my sons, right? You know, I have two sons. No. My little son now, while he was in college, the boy in third year, and 1 more year leave, the boy called me because he went to school out of state, right? And he called me and he was telling me that, you know, he's going to switch his major. Well, frankly, I never have no problem with him switching his major, right? That wasn't my issue, because actually, anybody that knew this young man knows that from him, is one thing I'm interested in now. Him used to say it, him talk about it and all of that good stuff. So we know as family. So when he chose a certain major in college, I actually asked him if that was what he wanted to do. And he said, yes, I think it makes sense. Or, you know, something like that. I said, all right. Him go to college and him go through and perhaps. Third year. The boy called me and tell me say he want to change his major. So I said, all right. I understand you want to change it because you're not passionate about, you know, what this major can lead you to and stuff like that. But why not just finish out the last year? I know that you'd have said as a parent, finish out the last year, 1 year left. Look here now, I could have talked to me blue. Me hear the stubbornness in him voice. Him no want waste no more time and money doing something where him know him not gonna use, or I'm not really not interested in it. Okay, he has some legitimate reasons, but my thing is, from my standpoint as a parent, now I'm gonna say, I'm met him out and say, okay, but you got through 3 years already. 3 years of your time and 3 years of money. So just go 1 more year and have that bachelor degrees. You know, as a backup. You know, plan B. My dear, to no avail. He would not go with what I was saying. At that point, I'm not gonna kid you. On the phone, this is what I said to him. I said, right now, I already have my bachelor's. And I hung up the phone. Cause me the Bex. Don't go on like say, me is the bad girl over here. Me know no phone can relate. I know many parents can relate. This is the reaction you took. Right? If you were in that situation. And even if you weren't in that situation, what do you think about it? You Bex. Anyway, after that, you know, of course, he went on in the area that he wanted to. Because I think there, they didn't have the major that he wanted to go into, right? So he went to a different school and started to do his thing there. So, and him go and do him thing right now in the field where him love. Because everybody knows, say, him that. Him good at it, him passionate about it and things. So, yeah, kudos to him, but come on, man. He could have rubbed the 1 little year and still have 1 bachelor's put on. Sure. Serenity now. What are we parents to do when our youngster go off in a different career path than what we dreamed for them? I mean, in my instance, it wasn't the career path was my issue. It was changing the major so late. It never makes sense. It does sound like foolishness to me. But what now if the kid is coming along and say, yes, this is what he wants to do, and all energies and all funds and things is going into it and everything, and then perhaps him say, I'm not interested in that no more. He or she then want to do something else. How, as a parent, you react to that? Tell the truth, man. Drop it in the comment and tell me if you did Bex. Tell me if you did scream at them. Tell me if you malice them. Or were you in full support, or it wasn't a big deal to you? Because we're all different, you know? We process things differently, and sometimes, maybe because of our circumstances, we react differently. I think the problem that most parents will have with this is that from the get-go, we are trying not to let you have life as hard as we did. Just trying to let them have the short way and not go all around the world before they realize that this is what they really needed to be doing. You know, or those other little things that they've been mingling with wasn't really substantial and was not gonna sustain them. You know what I'm saying? So, but when I look at the subject, you know, you can't really force these young people, you know, especially when they get to a certain age, because I'm when them determined. Oh my gosh, I have 2 young men. You know, one day I was telling a friend of mine how them stubborn, and she said, oh, I wonder where they got that from. I don't know who she talk, but anyway, guess what happened? It would be nice for me to force certain things on my kids, but sometimes you do that and it still not work out. Case in point, my older son now, all this time, his line of work was in healthcare. And I was saying to him, then go on to school and go get X now. Here, you already do that kind of work. So get the piece of paper so that you can get better pay for doing something similar to what you're doing. Is a kid, him not go war with me. Yes, mommy. I hear you, mommy. I hear you. How will him not do what I want him to do? He might tell me, say, I hear you, mommy. But me can't deal with that, But we can't deal with that, the war and the disrespect, and we can't deal with that. So we work with it. I hear you, mommy. Come and know him, and he not do it, Anyway, this time he actually did. He went and he did the course. Now, mind you, that was a gift. I said I would pay for that course since he would do it. Because a long time I begged him to do it, and he wouldn't do it, he wouldn't do it, he wouldn't do it. So I said, okay, he will do it. All right, so I said, me pay for it. All right. Pay for the course and everything, and him take time off from work, and him do him course and everything, and was successful at the end of it. And then he was supposed to do the certification portion of it now. So that's the final part of it, right? It's just, you finish the course, just go do your certification so that you can present it now when you go look this other job. All no. So here is when me say the time period, because certain time period in which to take the certification, right? After I finish the course. So when I see that time period ended, so the deadline passed now, he can no longer do the certification. I say, hear me now. I need back my money now. Because you can waste your time, but you're not going to waste my money. And that boy did nothing about him, No problem. Him give me back the money, every cent. Because him know say, me serious when me say that. And he's respectful of my views and how I see things. And me just have to step back and respect, say, okay, look at him really. Him just say, him do it for please me. But him still not end up going to do it because it's like him couldn't really see himself in that field. Him never want to stay in that field anyway. So now he's doing something else, and him doing thing, and him paying bills and everything. Him live on him own, him having family and everything. So, I mean, it turned out he's getting along in life and doing his thing. So, I have to say kudos to Big Son. Alright? Mr. Chad. I have to say kudos to Corey as well. Because him did it, married, I expect him baby. I live him life, I go and work, I pay him bill, I do him thing. Sometimes it don't work out the way we had envisioned it, but we still have to support them. I'm very grateful, I'm very proud of them. And what I may tell you. So we are going to keep supporting these youngsters. And even when their path differs from ours, we just have to keep talking to them, praying and supporting them where we can. Because we're not going to support them in everything with them doing. Not because of who we pick them. Wrong is wrong. Okay? But overall, they must know that we love them, and them can pick up the phone and call us. And if they need to come back, then come. The home is always open. You understand? So, what you say about supporting the young people? What you say about how aggravating it can be when them go off and go do some things where just no make no sense? How you deal with it? What is your approach? And tell me the truth. Because, I mean, a life, it's just a part of life. These things do happen. And we have to deal with it because everybody have their own life. And whether they make mistake or not, it's their mistake to make. We do have to face it that we can talk, but we can't make them do it. In Jamaica, we say you can lead the horse to water, but you cannot let them drink it. And then you have to just kind of loosen that rein, and just pray that everything that you have instilled in them will be enough for them to make some right decisions. So you have to be tactical, you have to be patient, and you also have to give them a little credit and trust that they will weather it and they will reassess it and move in the right direction. And worse if they begin to have a family. Oh yeah, some people really get straightened up when they start to have a child or two. So sometimes it takes a little bit of the roughness of life's experiences to kind of jolt them back into reality and to say what is really the best move to make for myself and for my kid if I have a kid. or for my family, but you can't force it into them. All we have our own life, all we have our own mistakes to make, and hopefully all of us will learn something. So let me know what you think of this video content. Share the video. Give me the comments, and make sure to mash that like button. All right, so we see you next time. Love up the pitney them. Later.